Hello, my name is Kendall. Welcome back to another video. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Kendall. So for today's video, I'm going to be making gold glasses. I genuinely don't really have a huge plan for how I'm even going to be able to do this. The biggest challenge I see is this little knob thingy right here. You see how it like bends like that? Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how I'm even going to do that. But YouTube University is going to be my best friend because together we're about to figure out how to even make glasses to begin with. Now, this already sounds like it's going to turn out terrible, but please bear with me because I have faith and I have hope that this is going to come out good. Now, you may be wondering, where am I getting this gold? But I have gold leaf right here. The listing said that it was 24 karat gold, but yeah, that's not 24 karat gold. It was like $5, so they definitely scammed me. But you know what? We're gonna put it to use. The current plan right now, we have the gold leaf. Now I still have to go out and hunt for what I'm gonna use as a base, which I'm pretty sure is going to be cardboard. I'm gonna take my glasses that I already have. They're really big, so they're actually pretty good for this project. And I'm gonna trace out the lenses and probably the sides and make them a little bit thicker so that I know what it needs to. You guys get it. I'm sounding really boring right now. You will see what happens. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do enjoy it, please make sure to subscribe and stick around to become a part of our art family. Without any further introduction, let's begin. The first thing I must address is how dirty this towel is under my sketchbook. This is my painting towel. Please don't judge it. It has a lot of feelings and a lot of memories. Okay, we're getting started. So my glasses, I took them off and I am starting to sketch them. This was very difficult and I started getting so frustrated because I kept knocking it. In reality, I should have probably just used some tape to keep it in place, but I'm going to be real with you. I was too lazy to get up and get some tape, so I just really made it a lot harder for myself. But here's the process of me doing my best to sketch it out. At this point, I will say it was definitely a mistake to not use the tape because I got so frustrated. I needed to take a second back and breathe. I got it done though, and finally, I finished it, and it came out all right at the end. Now that I finished the front, it's time to do the side. I only needed to do one side because I could just flip it over for the stencil. This one was so much easier. After doing that hard, difficult one, this one was like a cakewalk. Not trying to do any free promotion here, but I did find a box. This box was absurdly difficult to find. I walked around the house for a solid 5 minutes just trying to find a box. I was looking through the trash and everything. I couldn't find a singular box. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see a box sitting abandoned inside of my room. This was like gold for me at this point. Sadly, it was like gold. But besides from that entire story time that was so unnecessary that I told you, I am going to be using the paper stencil that I use, which I cut in half. Okay, this isn't making sense. I took the paper and I folded it in half and then I cut it to make it all look pretty even for the front. Doing it this way makes it so much easier for me to just use the paper stencil, outline it on the cardboard, and then cut it out from there. Okay, I will admit, I legitimately thought that cutting out this cardboard was going to be like the easiest part. And boy, was I wrong. It was so absurd. It was difficult. Why is it so hard to cut cardboard? Cutting the corners was like frustrating because it would continuously crumble on itself and there was no give. And I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it most definitely was not that. I got a little off topic there. The frustration kind of took over me for a second. I'm gluing the pieces together. I cut out 2 pieces of every single part that I needed so that I could glue it together and it would be stronger and hold its shape a lot better, because this cardboard that I'm using, though it is pretty thick, it's not thick enough to hold the shape of the glasses without it breaking pretty easily. So I'm adding some glue. I really hope this glue works because it's kind of cheap, But I'm going to put it on, and then after I have it all glued together, I'm just going to sit a paper towel on it and then add pressure so it dries pretty straight. Otherwise, it's going to bend and warp, and it's just going to mess up the entire glass's shape. One day later. Do I sound like the guy from SpongeBob? Now, this bottle of paint right here came from the depths of my paint bucket. This thing is so old, which is why I have to shake it so violently, because at this point, honestly, when I pulled it out, I didn't even know if it was still good. I thought it might have been completely dried out because of how old it is. Surprisingly, the paint was perfectly fine. So for this step of making the glasses, I'm not going to just throw on the gold leaf. I am going to have a base layer of gold so that if I do happen to miss any spots, or maybe the gold just isn't that great of quality because it was like $5, then it's not going to show through. You're still going to see gold, and it's going to look a lot better. Something important that I did try to do during this painting step is to make sure that I got all the sides, because there are a lot of cracks, I guess you could say, that are in the cardboard, and I don't know how well that's going to do with the gold leafing at this stage. So I'm trying to cover that up as much as I can, but this is going to take a lot of layers because this paint is not as I expected it. It's a little bit thin, and you can really see through it a little too well. So I'm going to be painting for quite a long time, unfortunately. I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I'm almost done with layer 1 now, and something that I can definitely say is that a base coat would have been nice, because this red is really popping through this gold way more than what I expected. But hopefully it only takes around 3 coats to get the color that I'm looking for. You're probably still going to be able to see the red, but I just am really hoping that it's not going to stand out too much after I do the gold leafing. It is time for the most exciting part of this entire project, which is gold leafing. I'm starting off with a base of a Mod Podge, and I will say this was a struggle because this Mod Podge is a couple years old and it just was not working like I needed it to work. So things got a little bit sticky, and a lot of the gold leaf really did not stick that well. But besides from that, after a ton of layers, I finally was able to get the gold leaf to stick to it and not fall off after a while. Patting on the gold leaf was a little bit difficult, but I will say that it looks so hilarious, sped up. It just looks, I don't know what about it, but it just looks goofy. From this gold leafing process, I will say that there are a couple things that I did learn, surprisingly. And one of those things is that cheap gold leaf does not work the same as more expensive gold leaf. I think this was like pretty obvious to everybody, but for me, when I first started, I thought this was gonna go so much smoother because I've worked with better quality gold leaf. But this right here, it was like working with tinfoil at some points. It didn't fold like it was supposed to. It didn't adhere like it was supposed to. It didn't pat down like it was supposed to. I felt like I was boxing it, like a WWE match. Like, I didn't know why it was so difficult to work with this gold leaf. So next time, I'm probably going to have to use some slightly better quality ones, because this was pretty much a foil at some points. It really wasn't leafy like gold leaf should be. At this point, things were getting difficult. So difficult where it wasn't even enjoyable anymore. I was trying to put the gold leaf on, and the gold leaf from the back of the glasses kept sticking to my fingers, and then the gold leaf from the front of the glasses wasn't sticking properly. It was just like, I was feeling like I didn't know what I was doing, which I didn't know what I was doing, but it was going worse than what I planned. Now, after all that stress, sit back and relax and watch me peel off all this extra gold leaf. Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Finally, we are at the end of this project. This took way more time than I expected. And also, I got gold leaf everywhere. It's been stuck on my face, my phone, Literally, it's a mess, but it was worth it because here is the glasses reveal. Okay, it doesn't look good. Debatable, but I put in so much work into this thing, and I'm just happy that the gold leaf stuck. I think there are a lot of things I could have improved on though. I did need a different medium or glue to stick the gold leaf on. Second is having better quality gold leaf. And then third, having a better base, because the base of this looks a little a little rough. Now I did plan on adding like these, let me show you, these like little corners right here. You see how it pokes out a little bit from the glasses before the sides actually connect. I was going to add that and I accidentally threw it away, so it doesn't have that. But regardless, it still came out good, and I hope it still fits my face, because if it doesn't, that was kind of a little bit of a waste. But let's see. I feel like it's gonna look so goofy. It's gonna look so strange. Oh my gosh. Wow. I look goofy. When I first showed my mom these, she thought I made them for New Year's because of how sparkly and gold and, you know, out there they are. But I actually want something that I could wear like more often, and I want to make something that's more durable, because these also have like 0 lens in them, and I want to add some with lenses. But yeah, this is gonna be a bigger project, so I'm gonna do that later. But you know what? They're not too bad. They're not too bad for the first try, okay? I have some grace on myself. They're not too bad for the first time that I've ever done it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do decide to make your own pair of glasses, please tag me on Instagram and let me know. My handle is KendalXArt on Instagram, same as on here. I would love to see you guys' versions, and I hope you really found this video entertaining, because it was something to make. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure to subscribe to become a part of our growing art family, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Can I take you there?